Welcome back. So for today I have another What Sold on Poshmark video. So if you want to check out every single sale I made over this 2-week period, definitely keep on watching. For those of you who might be new here, thanks so much for checking this video out. I'm a full-time working mom, and in my spare time I like to make videos on fashion, beauty, mommy lifestyle, in addition to my reselling experience on Poshmark. So if those kind of things sound like something you want to check out, please see my videos linked down below, and also definitely consider subscribing. It would really help me out. So for today, I'm going to be covering all of my sales for the weeks of May 17th and May 24th. So I'm going to be covering those total 14 days of sales. And I've said in my last couple of videos, my Poshmark sales have been super encouraging recently, as it sounds like they've been for all of you as well. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on Poshmark sales, of course. So it seems like everybody is having pretty good success recently reselling. So I'm super motivated and excited about that. My sales are still up these 2 weeks, so I'm really happy and excited to share with you every single sale. Not every sale was spectacular, of course, so I want to take you through every single experience and sale I made, just to kind of give you more information about what works and doesn't for me. I'm going to be covering the earnings I make from Poshmark directly, minus any fees and shipping discounts, but I do not include cost of goods in these videos, like I've said before. And if you want to see that kind of information, like cost of goods, I do link them down below in my videos on my haul videos. In addition to items that I sell on retail arbitrage, I also do share with you my cost of goods for those, but they're in my haul videos that I've linked down below, so check those out as well. Before I forget to mention, in case you're new to Poshmark and want to shop any items in my closet or anywhere else on Poshmark as well, definitely consider using my referral code. It's MODMOMMD, MODMOMMD, and if you use that code, you save $10 off your first purchase, which is really cool. And I also get a $10 kickback, which is really super cool as well, so it's a win-win, and I'm super excited to be able to use some of that discount on future purchases I make on Poshmark, because I definitely shop on Poshmark a lot as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just share with you all the things that I sold. The first one that I sold was my attempt at retail arbitrage. So that's always super exciting. As I've said in those retail arbitrage videos, I'm very new to this. I'm having to investigate or experiment a little bit more with it just because of the pandemic. I have not been out thrifting since the pandemic started for us in Northern California. So since that time, I just haven't been out thrifting. Our thrift stores just started opening in this area, but to be honest, I'm a little bit uncomfortable going back there, at least so early on, especially as things start opening up more. I just want to make sure that it's still safe to go out there. So I have not personally been out there. I think pretty soon I'm just going to do it because I really miss thrifting and sourcing that way. That's really my favorite way of doing it. But in the meantime, I've been trying to check out retail arbitrage. So for this particular item that I sold, it's one of the attempts I made at retail arbitrage from Madewell, and I will link down my retail arbitrage hauls down below, including this item where I talk about it. But it's a really cool pair of white shorts, perfect for this time of year. It's the high-rise denim shorts in tile white. It was new at tag because it was retail arbitrage, and it was sold for $35. So Poshmark fees were $7, so my net earnings are $28, and that was a best offer. So that's a pretty good margin for me, at least. And this particular item was in a size 32. I personally love white denim, especially white shorts this time of year, so no surprises, sold right now, and it sold pretty quickly, so I was excited about this particular one. The next one was this pair of J. Crew floral shorts in a size 2, and I sold it for a whopping $12. Poshmark fees were $2.95, and my net earnings were $9.05. So I literally have had these pair of shorts for about a year. I'm a little surprised it didn't sell sooner because I just love the style. It was in really amazing condition. But I think the problem was maybe the brand. It was J. Crew Factory, which of course doesn't do as well as regular J. Crew. And regular J. Crew doesn't do as well as a lot of other brands. So I think that's probably the issue here in my opinion. But I thought it was perfect for this time of year. So I'm really excited it sold. I sat on it for a year though, for whatever reason. But you know, I'm happy it moved along. I made just a tiny bit of profit off of these pair of shorts. So it's definitely not worthwhile picking up for me going forward. So I think I'm going to start steering clear of J. Crew factory items in terms of clothing, but I was happy this moved nonetheless. Alright, the next item was this pair of Old Navy ankle strap heeled sandals. It was in a size 9, and I did haul this in one of my ThredUp shoe rescue boxes, which are linked down below. And this particular item is one of those surprising items for this period, just because it's Old Navy. I didn't necessarily think it would sell for that much, obviously, because it's Old Navy, and there was some wear on it, but it was just a really cool style. So I think because of the style, it did pretty well. It got a decent amount of likes, and the buyer actually sent me a really nice, beautiful love note and says she really loved the style. She's into kind of the 1950s kick, so she's super excited this kind of fit with that. So I think, again, it's the style. Even though it's Old Navy, it doesn't really matter the brand, I think. If you can find a really cool style of an item, it may do well. So I sold this for my full asking price of $15. Poshmark fee was $3, so my earnings were $12 on these pair of shoes. The next item was this Vineyard Vines half zip lilac Pima cotton sweater. So this was a men's line sweater from Vineyard Vines in a size medium. It was in amazing condition. I mean, look at this color though. I love this color for this time of year. And even though it was a men's line, of course it would be unisex in my opinion. But this particular one ultimately sold for a best offer of $32. Poshmark fees are $6.40. So my net earnings are $25.60. So Vineyard Vines, I haven't really figured out how I feel about Vineyard Vines. I've talked about it a little bit more on this channel before, but I have hit or miss experience. So I do have Vineyard Vine items that I sit on for quite a while, but ultimately, to be honest, they actually do sell. So I think I still will continue picking up Vineyard Vines, but I need to be careful about the style. So this particular sweater was one that actually did pretty well. So I haven't had this for all that long. So I think the sweaters and pullovers probably do better than some other items. I am sitting on kind of a polo style button up shirt for my closet that has been there for quite some time. So I think those styles, for me at least, don't do so well, but I think the sweaters do fine. I have sold some pairs of shorts from Vineyard Vines, which I do think will do okay as well. But in my opinion, I think the sweaters and t-shirts probably do the best, especially if they have the whale logo on them. I think they do extra well. The next item was this fun pair of BDG cotton denim shorts romper overalls, and it was in a size medium, and this is sold at Urban Outfitters. So this particular item, I believe I sold for a full asking price of $35. Poshmark fees were $7, and my net earnings are $28. So personally, I love these kind of romper overalls. Usually, whenever I can find them, they don't stay in my closet very long. I've sold a couple of them pretty quickly recently. I don't have any available left in my closet because I sold them out. So if you see these overalls, I think they're really cool now. I wasn't sure they're so cool. I remember I used to love wearing these things when I was back in high school. And I didn't think they were that cool, but I think that they actually are maybe making a comeback a little bit. So I was excited about this one. It's a really fun find, just very classic shorts overalls, perfect for this time of year. If you see overalls out there, I definitely would consider picking them up. The next item was this really fun, trendy Topshop snake print fringe shoulder bag, and you could use it as a clutch. It was a little bit short of a strap to do crossbody, but a shoulder bag or a clutch would be perfect, and the strap was detachable, so it's a really amazing clutch. My background, as you can see on my rug here, is not that great because it kind of camouflages the bag, to be quite honest, but I just went with it anyway. And there's this really cool fringe detail on the front, the snake print. It was a triple, or I think a double entry compartment, so pretty functional as well, with a chain strap detail. I sold it for a offers to likers offer of $36. Poshmark fees were $7.20, and my shipping discount was $2.12. So my net earnings on this were $26.68. So I made a decent profit on this bag. I was happy about that, and going forward, yes, I definitely will pick up Topshop if it's in good condition, especially their accessories and bags like this I think can do extra well. Their jeans also, by the way, I think do exceptionally well too. The next item was this beautiful cardigan from Tory Burch. It was in navy, it had peplum detail, and it was a silk cashmere blend. So just gorgeous cashmere sweater. And it was just a full button down style. And it was really in excellent condition. I didn't see really any wear on this at all, and it was in a size small. So ultimately I did decide to accept the best offer price of $50. Poshmark fees are $10, so my net earnings were $40. I did haul this in one of my recent Southern California trip hauls, which is linked down below, and I was really excited to find this item. I love Tory Burch. I think overall Tory Burch does pretty well. I think not as well as I would have expected in terms of how quickly this sold, but it did sell within about 3 months or so, which for my closet I think is pretty good overall. The next item was this Bowden item, and it's a Bowden Lysol wool drape neck floral print blouse in a size 18. And I've said before many times, I love selling at Bowden. I still do. To be honest, over the past couple of months though, Bowden has not moved quite as well for me as it had last year. So I need to be a little more wary of that and stop talking about Bowden so much, I think. But I was happy this particular item sold. I think Bowden still does well. I definitely will still pick it up, but it's definitely not moving for me, at least as quickly as it had before. So this particular top was in a size 18. It had a really nice kind of wrap or double layer in the front, and just really beautiful fabrics, this wool lyocell blend, which is really nice. So ultimately I did accept a best offer price of $25. Poshmark fees are $5, so my net earnings are $20 on this beautiful top. The next item was a swimwear item, and it's from Ellen Tracy. It was the tankini swimsuit top, and it was new at tags in a size 10. This is only the top, but Ellen Tracy retails for a decent amount of money, and this is a new at tag swim item. It was a really kind of cool tankini top, but I really like the colors. You can see it was really vibrant pop of color. So ultimately, I did decide to accept a best offer price of $32. Poshmark fees were $6.40. So my net earnings are $25.60 on this item. So of course, obviously, swimwear does really well, in particular this time of year. So I'm always on the lookout for swimwear. Like I've said before, for me at least, it's hard to find really good conditioned pre-owned swimwear. So in general, when I pick up swimwear, it's new at tags or retail arbitrage. And so far, it's done pretty well for me in terms of new at tag swimwear. So if you see those kind of items outsourcing, definitely consider picking them up. It's just really hard, at least for me, to find really excellent condition used swimwear. You have to be really wary of that for swimwear in particular. But this particular one, I was very excited to find and to resell. The next item was another new at tag item. It was from Lululemon. It was a navy printed Sculpt 2 tank in a size 8. So this particular one was another retail arbitrage attempt. So I've been doing okay with these. I don't make a huge profit at any of these retail arbitrage items, but I have been able to move some of them recently. And I did haul this in one of my Lululemon hauls that is on my channel if you want to check it out. But this particular top sold for a pretty decent profit margin. I'll say Lululemon is hard to make a huge profit margin on when you're doing retail arbitrage, but this one I did okay on. And I have a couple other tanks that I also picked up, which have also sold as well. So this particular one was just a very classic Sculpt 2 design, really nice print. And I did accept a best offer of $40. Poshmark fee was $8, so my net earnings are $32 on this particular item. The next item was another tank top, but it was from Anthropologie, their Akemi and Kin line, and it was a coral crochet tank top in a size small. So I have another similar Akemi and Kin tank tops in my closet now if you want to check them out. Just really beautiful tanks, perfect for the summer months, and really fun prints and details like this one. So this one wasn't printed, but it had beautiful crochet detail. Overall, these tank tops have not moved for me, like I think a lot of you also experience. Akemi and Kin is a brand that I think just sits a lot longer than I like. I personally love the design of these tanks, which is why for me it's just really hard to leave them behind. I mean, look at this, it's just really beautiful. But ultimately, they don't get a whole lot of interest as they used to. So anyway, this particular tank though did sell for my full asking price of $25. Poshmark fees are $5, so my net earnings are $20, which I was very happy about. So in general, again, I need to be more selective, but I personally just really love these Anthro tanks. I think they're just really gorgeous with some beautiful details. The next item was a really fun floral dress. It's from Talbot's. It was a cotton floral print midi dress. I really love the design, as you can see here, perfect for this time of year, and it was in a size 10. This particular dress I sat on for probably around 9 months now, so another long period of time. But of course, it's not surprising it's sold this time of year, just perfect for this weather and this time. And I just really love the print. I don't typically pick up Talbot's, but if I see a really unique and beautiful piece like this, I will consider it. And I think Talbot's can do okay. Again, I think it really depends on the style. So this particular dress, I did send on offers to likers on for $30. Poshmark fees are $6, and my shipping discount was $2.12. So overall, I made $21.88 on this beautiful dress, which is a decent profit margin. Not huge, but it's pretty good for a Talbot's item, so I was definitely happy about it. The next item was from a line that I personally love. It's from Vince. It's a wool cashmere oversized cable knit sweater in a size extra small. So as you can see here, the sweater was gorgeous. There was no significant signs of wear. It's a wool cashmere blend from Vince. So the retail price was pretty high. In fact, I think it was listed at $385. And I was really excited to find this. I did pay up quite a bit for this when I was outsourcing. I did thrift this, but I paid up quite a bit for it. So I had to keep that in mind when I was reselling it. So ultimately I decided to sell it for a best offer of $50. Poshmark fees are $10, and my net earnings were $40. So I made a decent return on this, but I was hoping I'd go for a little bit more, but I was happy to move it along. I decided to accept this offer just because, in particular this time of year, if I'm selling a sweater, I'm all about that because I don't expect to sell sweaters. Sweaters are bulky to store in inventory. So overall, I'm really excited when sweaters sell at this time of year. So I was happy to move this one along. The next item was a gorgeous dress from ModCloth. It was a printed sleeveless dress in a size extra large, as you can see here. Excellent condition. I love the pattern and print. I love the style. Perfect for the summery months. I did have this dress for probably almost a year though. I can't explain why. I love this dress. ModCloth in general does pretty well for me. but it just sat on this. Maybe I overpriced it. That could be one reason, but overall, I ultimately did send out offers to likers for $39. Poshmark fees are $7.80, and my shipping discount was $2.12. So I ultimately took home $29.08. So let me just say, I really didn't make much of a profit on this dress, but I loved it. So I'm not certain about ModCloth dresses. I've had a little bit trouble moving these along. I've sold jeans from ModCloth, some tops from ModCloth, which I think do okay, but I don't know why, but the dresses for me sit a little bit longer than I'd like. So I need to keep that in mind going forward. But I was really happy this went to a good home, and I just really, really love the style and the condition of this dress. So I was really happy about that. The next item was a bundle, and I don't sell bundles too often these days, but I was happy that I sold this one, and it was a set of 3 tops. So the first was this Athleta linen crossover hem tank top. It was 100% linen in a size small, and my asking price was $17. So of course it's sold as a bundle with an added discount, so the listed price here is not really what I made off of it, but I listed it for $17. The next item was this sleeveless top, again in linen, 100% linen from Michael Stars in a size small, and I listed it for $12 here. And then the third item, ironically, was from ModCloth. I just talked about ModCloth, but here's a ModCloth top that sold. It was new with tags, and it was a sleeveless polka dot blouse, and it was in cotton in a size medium. And I was asking $40 for this. So when you sell bundles, the sold price that you see here on the screen is not really what you sell it for, because it doesn't subtract out any bundle discounts that you may have on your closet automatically, as I do, and it also doesn't subtract any other additional discounts you may give someone that bundles. So I sold this as a bundle of 3, so I was really happy to sell this as a bundle. I love all of these items. The first 2 items, Athleta tank and the Michael Stars tank, I've had for literally a year, so I was happy to move them along. They're linen, they're just gorgeous, but it was just really hard to sell, and I think personally the reason is that they're just maybe a little too basic to resell, so I think that was part of the problem. The ModCloth tank I have had for less time, so it was a newer item, and I knew this would do well. I just love the style. It was a really kind of ditzy polka dot print. It had a little bit of piping detail as well, and a beautiful baby pink. It was new with tag, so for all these reasons I knew this would do well. So I was happy that this particular buyer bundled these items. So in my closet I have automatic 10% discount on bundles, but I did send her an additional offer, as I do with everyone that bundles items, for $40 for all 3 tops, which she accepted, and my Poshmark fee was $8, so my net earnings were $32 on this bundle. So given that it was $32 for all 3 items, if you subtract out my cost of goods, I really didn't make much again on this bundle, but I did make some profit, and more importantly, I was really happy to move along some of these items that I've had for quite a bit. So this was overall a really good sale for me. It's easy to ship, very lightweight, so I think that was also all a bonus. The next item was this pair of Asics gel Zaraka running shoes in a size 7, and I did haul this in a recent thread up shoe rescue box haul. So I really love getting these athletic shoes or sneakers in my thread up boxes, because as I said before, it's really hard for me to source these at my thrift store, because often there's just so much wear on these kind of items. So if I can find a good condition athletic running shoe that's kind of this trendy style and color, I'm really excited about it. So this particular one got a decent amount of interest, and I ultimately did accept a best offer price of $17. Poshmark fees are $3.40, so my net earnings were $13.60 on these pair of shoes. So I was really happy to move these particular ones along. I especially really like moving along my thread up items, so I was excited about this. The next one was this Lucy pullover half zip printed sweater in a size small, and it was a really nice sweater from Lucy. Really good condition, I would say. It's a half zip style, really fun print. Really can't go wrong. I think it's a very versatile type of sweater. So ultimately I did accept a best offer price of $20. Poshmark fees are $4, so my net earnings were $16 on this sweater. And Lucy, like I've talked about before, for me does okay. It's not as good in terms of reselling, I think, of course, as Lululemon or Athleta, but I think it does pretty well. So if I see a really nice style and condition of a Lucy item, I definitely still consider picking it up. So the next item was this beautiful Free People silk and wool Angora blend knit cardigan. It was a full button down design, and as you can see here, hopefully, it's just a gorgeous kind of eggplant purple color, and I just really love the design. It had really fun cuff details as well, as a lot of Free People items do. So this is just a gorgeous sweater. I did thrift this as well. It was in a size extra small, so ultimately I did accept a best offer of $40. Poshmark fee was $8, so my net earnings were $32 on this particular cardigan. I did sit on this, I'd say probably for 6 months or so, so I was really happy to move this along. This is a really, really awesome style. I really love the fabrics in this cardigan, so I was really, really happy that the buyer loved it. The next item was this JoyLab Kim Silbeck Floral Sports Bra. It was new at tag, and I did thrift this, and I hauled this in one of my previous videos in the thrift haul. So this particular item, I decided to try out. I don't tend to look up comps that often when I'm out thrifting, just because I think it's a little cumbersome or awkward to pull my phone after every single item. If there is an item that I'm going to pay up for that I really need to check comps on, I will do it. But overall, if it's kind of a lower price item, I tend to just pick it up and just take a chance on it just to move along quicker. So that's what happened with this particular sports bra. So I saw this, it was new at tag, which is really what caught my eye. I had seen JoyLab quite a bit when I'm out thrifting, and to be honest, I personally love the designs and style. As you can see here, it's a really fun tank top here. It's some really cool back details as well. So when I saw this new at tag, I said, yeah, I'll give it a try. When I got home, I kind of regretted it. So JoyLab is the athletic line from Target. So although I've said before, I can sell Target brands in my Poshmark closet, it's really hard to sell and to make a profit, obviously. So JoyLab, in case you're curious, is one that I probably would steer clear from, even new at tag like this. I think it's pretty hard to resell. So overall though, I did ultimately decide to accept the best offer price for that reason, for $10. Poshmark fee was $2.95 and my net earnings were $7.05. So I probably made a couple bucks on this item. Totally not worth my time, at least in my opinion, to resell this in terms of all the effort that was put into doing so. But at least I learned my lesson. I was able to learn about this brand, and this is all valuable experiences in my book. So I was not unhappy about this sale, but overall I definitely learned that I probably am not going to be picking up this line going forward. The next item was Vineyard Vines, and I just talked about a Vineyard Vines pullover, which I thought did pretty well. Here's a pair of Vineyard Vine cotton shorts that sold in a size 4. So again, Vineyard Vines, I think does okay for me. Not spectacular usually. I think they consistently sell, but they take a long time to sell compared to other brands. But this is a pair of shorts that I've had, again, for probably around 9 months or so. It was just a basic kind of khaki style tan shorts in a size 4. So ultimately, I did sell it for a best offer of $20. Poshmark fees were $4, so my net earnings were $16 on these pair of shorts. So going forward, I definitely will consider picking up Vineyard Vines if it's in good condition. I think the t-shirts, especially if they have the whale logo, do really well, in addition to the pullover shirts or sweaters. So things like shorts definitely sit a little bit longer like this one did, but I think if it's a good item, you definitely probably want to still take a chance on it. I think it's a brand that definitely moves. Alright, the final item I have to share with you for this 2-week period is one of my favorites in a while. It's a Topshop Moto Kiri frayed hem high-waisted shorts in a size 8. So as you can see here, this is a super fun pair of shorts. It's really destroyed, as you can see here. Really fringy, unfinished hem, almost fuzzy-like at the bottom there, as you can see. But I thought that was super cool. It was a little bit of a shorter inseam as well, high rise, so really trendy pair of shorts. As soon as I listed it, it got a decent amount of interest right away. I have not had this in my closet very long, so I was happy to move this along. It was in kind of this black faded kind of colorway. So ultimately I did decide to accept the best offer of $22. Poshmark fee was $4.40 and my net earnings were $17.60 on these pair of shorts. So like I said earlier in this video, I love picking up Topshop. If you can find a trendy item in good condition, I think it's worthwhile for sure. It doesn't sell for a whole lot of money, but it definitely sells, and more importantly, it gets a ton of interest. So I really like items like that. Okay, so that's it for this 2-week period. So as you can see for me, at least compared to my last couple of videos, this 2-week stretch was pretty much on par with that. My sales were overall really up for me, very consistent, so I'm just thrilled. I'm happy to share with you going forward how my experience continues on Poshmark. But I think as you start expanding your closet more, I think adding more items to the closet, I think that's really what's working for me right now. I'm not the most consistent in terms of reselling because, again, I'm just super part-time on the platform, so I am not able to list consistently, and that's just something I have to accept just because I'm such a part-timer. But knowing that, I'm so excited about the success I've been having as a part-timer on the platform. Otherwise, if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it, and I will plan to see you again in my next video. Take care. Bye.